Hey folks, this is BestInSlot and welcome to the tour of our Biodome park. This is a big old park series we've been working on for a really long time now. Literally a few months I think it's been. And yeah, we're basically done with it. I was going to do one more biodome, but we couldn't really think of a great suggestion for it. A lot of people suggested a sort of tundra or arctic sort of thing. Unfortunately, with the limited terrain tools per map basis, that would have proven to be a little bit difficult, if not impossible, really. So I decided to just put in some little baby biodomes at the very end here, and these are all slightly themed to resemble the biodomes we'll have been through by this point in time. The idea being it's just like a nice capper on everything, kind of summing everything up at the end. But of course, because there's a new update coming out this week, the Late Cretaceous pack comes out in comes out tomorrow, bloody Nora. I wanted to get this done. I didn't want to have another horror park situation going on. Next season, as in post-update, when we do a new park, I think we'll try to do them a little bit quicker than we have been doing in the past. But for people who haven't been watching the series, I'll just show you quickly. I'm leaving this pause right now because there's a truck here and a beautiful location ready to head off into the wilderness. But I'll just show you the park in general. So we've got our amphitheatre to the bottom, we've got our main area, and the idea was always to have the biodomes kind of splayed out around the central park. And you've got all your utility stuff, we've got some nice little decorative sections like so, including these little park areas which are very much stolen from other much more talented people over on the Nexus, but just generally speaking, wanted to make a nice pretty little park area. There's our visitor centre, innovation centre, and there is our staff centre kind of thing at the back. Really liked this idea of jamming all the buildings together to make like a staff science hub sort of thing. I thought that was pretty cool. But anyways, this isn't the important bit. All these different biodomes spread around the park, all of them with different themes and different dinosaurs based on different things, different prehistoric creatures. And what we're going to do now is just going to hop in our vehicle and we're going to enjoy the tour and check it out. So, here we go. Right. Now, I did try to record this a minute ago. I did give it a go. And I got into the first biodome and there was a big old hill and I couldn't get in any further. So what I've done just now is I've gone through, I've checked out the entirety of the track, which is fairly bloody huge, as you can understand. And I've smoothed out all the rough edges and I've got rid of rocks that were in the way and stuff like that. I'm hoping that this will make it all the way to the end. We may have to go off-road a little bit at the end, we'll wait and see. But let's swap into the back camera and just while we're outside here, a little introduction stuff. So, just wanted forest around these areas. The outside areas aren't the focus, they're not meant to be too important or too exciting, they're just meant to be the lead into each biodome, and I wanted them to be shrouded in some forest, just to build up the suspense, I suppose.
Testing conditions of a snowstorm. Not only are our park team vehicles hindered in such situations, but the tour vehicle you are using today may be affected too.
Alright, here we go then. Biodome 1. We'll just skip through the middle bits. It's the last time I'm going to be able to cheat like that, so we need to enjoy it. So right here though, oh god, please don't start. Right here. Now, unfortunately, so I don't know the order these biodomes are in. I really don't. This is kind of the worst one to kick things off with because...
To track our animals.
Shush,
You may well
Kiri.
some interruptions to our usual services while we attend to routine security measures, but we hope to keep any disruptions to a minimum.
I'm hopeful that maybe you can see some buildings in there, you can see some little things in there. It's not a great introduction. At this point, we kind of like the tour wasn't super important. I just wanted to kind of build some cool things. I will showcase this one, and there's another one which is really bad for a tour as well. We'll do a quick little glance at those at the end in capture mode just to showcase them. But the idea for this one was to build like an underwater research lab kind of facility. We used some new techniques which I thought were really cool. I might have to turn him off, honestly. I'm going to keep the game quiet enough that you can't hear him. I'll just put my own audio over the top. He talks too much. I was hoping to catch a glimpse of a fin or something, but wasn't to be. Let's zip forward and enter the next one. Some of them have gates, some of them don't. It's kind of the danger of modding, of course. As it happens, there's now a technique to do this without modding. Known about it for a little while. But, yeah, it's easier like this. Right, hopefully we've got a proper one here. Can we make it up the hill, first things first? Yes, we can. But it really does talk a lot.
We may encounter difficult terrain along our route.
So this is our oasis build. You can see here we've got this big... Let's hop around the camera a little bit. You can see we've got this big sandy... Oh no, what are you doing? Where have you been off to? Guys, you okay? We've got this big sandy environment, rocks and arid and these sort of dry grasses thanks to the cryogenics mod around the outside, and then the inside is palm trees, and there's a lagoon in there as well, which obviously, again, a little harder to see, but you can see the viewing area kind of plopped out of the lagoon there, so people kind of watch out from the entire thing. We've got our old school Dreadnoughtus in here as well, very exciting. Got some cacti over there in the distance. And what have we got over here? We've got our... I forgot what you're called. I feel my brain isn't working today. It's very disconcerting. What are you called? Why have I forgotten? Oh, Monosaurus. Bloody Nora. Hello, big boy. And we've got our Therizinosaurus there as well. I think this was a little inspired by the oasis scene from Prehistoric Planet, of course. It's much more verdant and full of life than that one was, but there were Therizinosaurus there. There were large sauropods. There were hadrosaurids. Yada, yada, yada. It does look like they're checking each other out, like they're hanging out. It's nice. What else have we got? Keep an eye out. Da 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 da. I don't know why people keep doing the demon face thing. It's very upsetting. Oh lord, he's coming! Oh god, oh no, he's coming! Why is he charging us down? Oh no, drive faster! Drive faster! Oh god, oh no! Oh, they're all on a run, aren't they? Therizinosaurus is out of here. Let's see if we can see anything else over there in the distance. There's more Edmontos. You can see the lagoon there. You can see the viewing area in the middle as well. Just mixing things up a little bit. It's going to be quite a long video, this one. I'll have to think of many things to say. But, you know, this whole video, this whole build was based around the idea of a tour vehicle going through these glass-covered, individualistic, unique biodomes. So, it would seem silly to not enjoy them. Oh, I forgot. What's that? Is that a Rex? What are you? Is that a feathered Rex?
Meter-long claws may appear terrifying, but were in fact inherited from their carnivorous ancestors.
I promise that I made this park, it's just that my memory A doesn't work, and B, it was quite a drawn-out build. It really did take us a few months, so I don't really remember most of what we've done. I do have a little idea for our next park build. It should be a lot quicker, let's put it that way. Should be getting near the end. This is definitely one of the biggest ones. I think this one and the Prehistoric Planet-based coastal one are by far the two biggest. A lot of them are a lot smaller than this. There's a nice look at the actual oasis in the middle as well. All those palm trees there, watering hole for the dinosaurs, all that kind of jazz.
Struggled in the testing conditions of a snowstorm. Not only are our park team vehicles hindered in such situations, but the tour vehicle you are using today may be affected too.
You see the Mosasaurus there? Wait, that's not a Mosasaurus, is it? Is it a Tylosaurus? It's a Tylosaurus. I actually don't remember. No, we're not going to run into that cactus, are we? Everyone keep an eye out. Oh no, we're just inside it. That's okay. Inside is okay. As long as I'm inside it, I'm happy. Alright, this is one of the ones... Oh no, the gate did work. Oh, it must all be in a minute. But the gate works. We're zooming on forward. Onto our next biodome, which is right here. And this one, the gate doesn't work. So we're going to look at the floor. Pretend that good things are happening to us. That's a good way to live in life. We're not going to die, folks, okay? Everyone, we're not going to die. Just brace. It's the sound of the gate opening in case you're curious, right? If you talk about a goddamn snowstorm again.
Hard for our staff and automated systems to track our animals. You may well encounter some interruptions to our usual services while we attend to routine security measures, but we hope to keep any disruptions to a minimum.
Absolutely obsessed with the weather, isn't he? Okay, so I believe this is the swamp biodome. Oh no, this might just be our general forest one. I think this was a really lazy one. I think this is the first one we built. This was the very first one, so it's a bit light on the theming. We're just kind of developing the idea at this point in time. It is a general forest, basically. There we go, Pyroraptor though, very cool. Zooming on by. I don't know where it's gone though. Hello. Right, I might stay inside because I can't hear his voice in here. It's much nicer inside the vehicle. Isn't it a beauty? It's hard to keep in mind sometimes how beautiful that. I've just realised that I'm disappointed. There's no feathered dinosaurs in the late Cretaceous pack. I've just clocked that. I'm a little disappointed by that. But anyway, so we're trying some new things out here. You can see there's some Dryosauruses there in the background as well. We've got a viewing area itself surrounded by small invisible fences and these lights, kind of like, it's a biodome and it's a tour, but it's also like a research hub. All of it's meant to be research. So there's a lot of man-made structures there, guys. There's a lot of man-made structures lying around, places where researchers can come in and observe the dinosaurs. And a lot of Dryasauruses. Hello. I love that. Whoa, whoa, loving it less, loving it less. Guess we better head through the invisible gate. That's what gates sound like. Right, let's zoom on by and hop into our next one. I'm gonna miss this tool. Oh, look, invisible gate. That's what gates. I don't make the rules. Okay, let's hop out the back again. So, this is our coastal one, again based on Prehistoric Planet. Annoyingly, Barbariodactylus would have been perfect for some of these builds, but is what it is. Over there we've got a Quetzalcoatlus, you can just see it sitting on that big pillar over there. And you can see it's similar to the desert one in a way. Less arid around the outside. It's kind of the inverse of the desert, basically, in that this one's got the drier area in the middle, because that's where the beach sort of area is. See our Pteranodon there sitting on the little rock. There should be a Rex lying around, a honk. You see some Sinoceratops there in the distance. Oh, Rex is ahead of us somewhere. Maybe sleeping? Maybe sleeping on the feeder. Is that a rock or a Rex? I think that's a rock. Okay, that's a rock. We're not going to crash into that, are we? No. Okay, Rex is on the left down here. Keep an eye out, okay? Dave. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. It's a ghost rock. So, Pteranodons, Sinoceratops, Quetzalcoatlus, and Tyrannosaurus Rex, who has been coloured at least a little bit to resemble Hank, if I remember correctly.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, the tyrant lizard, needs no introduction. This illustrious theropod is one of the world's most iconic dinosaurs, and among the largest land carnivores to have ever walked the earth.
You're a bit rough, aren't you, buddy? Alright, good stuff. What else we got? Man, I still love the Quetzal. I wish it could walk. I will always wish it could walk, but I am still a really, really big fan. It's our colourful Pteranodons flirting about. Flirting about is an official movement mode. It's how I personally choose to move. Can't move until I'm flirting with an inanimate object. Not with people, obviously. I'm not that brave. It's great, isn't it, Dave? It's great.
Our animals. Please refrain from making any sudden sounds.
He says, blaring out of a loudspeaker. Please stay calm and be quiet, he says, yelling into the nether. It looks so good in the darkness. I like this map a lot, because the time of day, this is only daytime. I've not got the day-night cycle on, but it fluctuates so much in how bright it is. So you do pick up, like, you know, the lights and stuff now and again, and it feels like it's changing. You see with this one, again, we've got a viewing area in the middle. We've got lots of lights and camera posts dotted around. Big coastal area, big swathe of water. Trying as best we can to resemble an actual ocean without being able to build an actual ocean, basically. It's essentially a big old lake.
Animals have extremely delicate diets that require.
You can see Sinoceratops just there in the distance. We might just see them on the way out. Keep an eye out, folks. I do quite like this aspect of the tour, though, where you feel like, ooh, are we going to see all the dinosaurs? You know, it's just like it would be in reality. Reality's cool. Just got to turn on my, what is that? What's that? That third thing across, what is it? Is it a Sinoceratops? Why does it look so weird? It might be two it's two Sinoceratops. It looked like a iguana dog somehow. You know what I mean? I know what I mean. There they are. Hello, lovely. On the front for a bit. My big old Pippo. My beloved Pippo. You timed this on purpose, didn't you, bucko? I know your game. Off you pop. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yep, thank you. Quetzal going for a fly? Wish I could zoom in while in here. Why? I can zoom in with my eyes. Why can't my character zoom in with their eyes? You guys can zoom in with your eyes, right? That's normal. Imagine if you could do that. That'd be so cool. They must. I'm sure one day they'll. Actually, I might already. I'm going to Google that. Alright, every time he starts to talk, I'm getting in the front seat. I'm not dealing with him anymore. He talks constantly.
A dry, tropical archipelago with lagoons, beaches, and coral reefs.
You guys can tell me if he says anything important, okay? No demon face, just important information. There are a couple of little bits of this tour that I'm a little worried about, that they may die. The volcano in particular is a concern. I won't pretend otherwise. But let's see what happens. This is quite a steep hill, but I'm assuming downhill. I was about to say, I'm assuming downhill is fine, but now... Okay, here we go. We're playing catch-up. I was going to skip forward this bit, but actually I'm finding it quite entertaining. I thought other people might as well. It's oddly exhilarating zooming by like this. In a very weird way. Quite enjoying myself. Where are we going to go? You could actually build something. I always thought, you know, I'd really like to build a roller coaster in this game. I thought that'd be a lot of fun. And it's never really made sense, but if you were willing to use the time controls to do so, you could build something vaguely roller coaster. Whoa! Pyroraptor. Whoa! You could build something vaguely roller coaster-esque, I think. I think that might be a really fun idea someday. Anyways, just gonna try to get to the end of this one again. I have gone and fixed the issue and went and checked a couple of the others just in case. And hopefully it doesn't happen again. But we're zooming, we're moving. Do, 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 do. That's not the song, I don't know the lyrics. Ooh. That's my hit new song, available very soon. So Sino heard, and here we go. Hoping for the best. It seems like a dangerous combination. Hello. Take your time, lads and lasses. Off you pop. Right, success. That is officially half the park. We have made it through the first half successfully. Successfully is a strong word for what's gone on so far. So, the idea was this was actually the first thing you saw. I've kind of come on at the wrong side. And it went the wrong way anyway, so it kind of failed on two accounts. But this is a volcano. It's meant to be Mount Sibo to an extent. And let's hop outside for a bit. There's our volcano. It does light up at night. Am I slowing down? I'm just gonna stay in the front. I'm a little bit nervous about this bit as well, must be said. But this was also based on Prehistoric Planet. I don't know why so much Prehistoric Planet, because I love Prehistoric Planet. It's the first build we've done since then, I guess. But the scene with the hadrosaurs, I think it was a Loro Titan. Yep, a Loro Titan, and they're kind of moving across this volcanic landscape, this really thin volcanic ledge, and you see the steam rising up next to them and all that kind of jazz. That was the general idea we were trying to evoke with part of this build. More so when we get around the corner. As I say, this was meant to be afterwards. We've gone literally backwards. It shouldn't make a difference for the rest of it though. Right? Oh my god. Please stop looking at me like that. You don't need to look over there to turn this corner. You should be looking there. You mad lass. Alright, let's see how this has gone. So it does light up at night. We'll do a little nighttime preview as well. We're going. Okay, so it's this bit that this bit that worries me. So on the left there, that big rocky outcrop you can see is the walking area that they take, basically. That bit, there's like a path behind that ledge there, and the Laura Titans can walk from down there, where there's lots of foliage, lots of greenery you can see down there. That is a... not an Laura Titan, anyway. Did I put Therizinosaurus in here? Maybe.
While we attend to routine security measures, but we hope to keep any disruptions to a minimum.
Well, don't love that. Okay, we're okay. You're all new people. That's very disconcerting. Hey. What's up? So yeah, there's a walking ledge down there. You can kind of see the path that follow down that way and then round there. And that takes them over to the foliage beds over there in the distance. Maybe they are a Laura Titan. They are a Laura Titans. They look like a Therizinosaurus to me for some reason. We're okay so far. Just got to get down this hill. It's very steep. I did smooth it out a little bit, but it is still pretty steep. We're okay. The creaking is so unnecessary. Was that really needed? Well, what if you did a park, right? That was all on a big hill, and you start at the very top of the hill, and you just kind of wiggle your way down it. That might be fun. Now, what I'm hoping is that as we go through here, it doesn't kick me out. Okay, it kicks me out. So if I now click this one and then ride, be right behind where we were. Yeah, lovely. So there it is. There's our volcanic habitat. And right, we're going to enter the next biodome. Let's zoom around and take a look inside. I think this is the cave. So we built a Dimetrodon cave. The Dimetrodons can't move, of course, but thanks to Biodome's lovely mods, we can move rocks around and build an actual functional cave. In that, it looks like a cave. There's a rock ceiling and walls and all that kind of jazz. So this one is kind of pointless when it comes to the tour, it must be said, but we will come and take a little look at it later on, and you can get a little glimpse of it here as well. There, you can just see the entrance through there. And doesn't it look good? It looks like a proper cave. Oh no. Oh no, there's another hill! The hill's too big! No! No! I didn't see this one. I didn't see this one. Oh, so what I have to do now is I have to just save and reload the game and sort the hill out and then reload and re-get it to this point. Third time's the charm, folks. There we go, folks. Success? Maybe? Come on, little truck. Come on, little truck. Push. Push. There it is. Push. I've been here for the birth. You don't want to hear this, do you? You're not interested. Right. Next tour coming up. This is, I believe, a gate. This is, I believe... this is probably my favourite of the bunch, must be said. Every time I wake up, I'm surrounded by new people. It's mildly terrifying. This is one based, of course, on the burned out forest from Jurassic World Dominion. Again, thanks to Biodome's fantastic foliage mod. And it's also based a little bit on, again, the burnt out scenes in Prehistoric Planet. Now, you'll remember in Prehistoric Planet, one of the things that was there was a troglodontid that picked up the stick and used it as a flame to like ward out, to sort of scare out some little critters. And there was a Deinonychus as well, but the Pyroraptors are kind of the closest thing we had. And there was an Ankylosaurid of some description. I can't remember what it was now. Was it the Anodontosaurus? I don't know, but hello. Oh, you're in the way. Oh, hello. That's our Euoplocephalus, who used to be, back in Evolution 1, one of my favourite dinosaurs, and I feel has kind of, over time, been given a shorter shrift, but still one of the greatest, the Euoplo. Aren't you, buddy? Feeling good? That was very well timed, thank you. No, you're not making any noise. Dinosaurs do not like biodomes. They don't make noise inside biodomes. Not really sure why. The game obviously doesn't account for that kind of thing, because you're not meant to be able to do it. Either via the cheat way or via the mod way. But either way. So yeah, obviously the vehicle kind of has to go around the outside, but you can see there, got these, we've got our Dreadnoughtus, kind of again like the end of Dominion with the Dreadnoughtus there and the burnt out scenes of BioSyn Valley. Apologies for that spoiler, but the film's like 3 months old or whatever now. Yeah. Really, really cool stuff. And the idea was that the middle bit is really, really burnt. Oh my god, I hate him so much. The middle bit is super burnt out. The dinosaurs can just about move through there. You can see this lick of the embers still roiling away in the darkness there. And then the outskirts are more heavy on the foliage. And sometimes it fades in, sometimes it fades out. But basically there was a forest fire in the center of the forest. And then the water and the pathing kind of stopped the progress of the fire. And that's why it's kind of been contained to this central location. But I really like how that looks. I think that's very cool. We did change this up, of course. You can see our dinosaurs can in fact move through it. That's our Euoplo bounding away in the distance. Dinosaurs can't move through the fire, essentially, so you do have to be a little careful with how you place it. So this is a combination of the big ones and the little ones, essentially. And of course a viewing tower in the middle, because it is a research station. And there's our Troodons. I was hoping we would run into them before the end. Lovely stuff. Because as I said, it was a Troglodontid of some description in that Prehistoric Park episode. There they are. Dancing away in the moonlight. Yeah, they look great, actually. That little bit of dust in the distance. And just staring at me. That's cool. Pretty sexy. I say it was a Trodontid in the episode that used the flame stick. And it was my favourite part of the episode. Probably my favourite part of all the episodes. And I just think that looks really cool. Something that you couldn't build without mods. Mods have their problems, of course. The fact is that I had to get this build done today because modding starts in... Well, modding dies again in 2 days, probably. We never know for sure, but the assumption is usually that when a new update comes out for the game, it will kill your mods. Reminder, if your game ceases to work on Thursday, to reinstall the game or use a backup or whatever. This is why I have a disclaimer on all my Mod Spotlight videos, because people's games always break and then they get annoyed with Frontier, and really it's your fault, not Frontier's fault. The hope is, of course, always that eventually they'll just straight up work, but that might be a when the DLC stops kind of scenario. But it's just getting worse and worse. Right, I believe there's only one more major biodome to go. It's quite a little distance away, this one. That's right, quite a little distance. You heard me. So let's zoom around. Whoa! At least I'm making myself laugh, if no one else. Oh, you had me worried then. You had me a little spooked. So this is our proper swamp. I mentioned the swamp earlier, but this is the actual swamp. So I'm expecting swampy critters. What have we got? I'm expecting Therizinosaurus, because of course that's the kind of environment it's in Dominion. A big old swamp. That was very much the inspiration. You can just about see it there in the distance, I think. Next to some other things.
A stiff-tailed Chinese carnivore with piercing eyes and a daunting array of teeth.
Oh, it's Spinosaurus.
Monolophosaurus was one of many crested theropods.
Maybe there isn't a Theri in here. So it's Monolophosaurus, it's Spinosaurus. So of course it's Spinosaurus in the swamp, right? That makes a lot of sense. That's a Theri over there, though. So we've got Theri, we've got Spino, we've got Monolopho. Be cool to see some of them, admittedly. You have dinosaurs on your... Oh, there you go. You can see some... I think that's a Minmi. I'm never going to say Minmi. The way that I say Giganotosaurus and loads of people resist and say Giganotosaurus or whatever, it's the same way that I refuse to say Minmi, because it's just worse. And up there we've got a Pterosaurus on the description. I have blanked on your name so completely that it makes me sad. Hello, buddy. Oh, 2 buddies. That's too many buddies. I only need 1 buddy. It's not Tapper. I think Tapper isn't. Oh, I think the one on the right is a Tapper. That's a Tapper there. What are you called again? Suncoripterus. That's what it's called. Bloody blanked. It's been a really long day for I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, very cool. So you can see lots of water, lots of swamp kind of plants. Its face spread out. Theri there, just glimmering in the light. Absolute beauty. Oh, it's a gate. I'm kind of sad about that. Not gonna lie, I'm a little sad. I was working mentally on my next noise. I don't know what it was gonna be, but it wasn't gonna be good. That's basically the end of the tour. To be honest, these were kind of just lazy little last-minute additions. I'm not gonna pretend otherwise. It's just kind of like a winding down section, so this would be like a little forest one. There's no dinosaurs in any of them or anything. I am curious whether the vehicle makes it through them, so let's do it. This one's empty, apparently. This was the lagoon one, but I was pretty sure that was gonna break. Little rocky one, and over here we've got a deserty sort of one with some water. And over here, we've got another burnt out forest one, as you can see. And that would be it.
Hazard here at the park for guests, staff, and animals. Should conditions
I saw you then, James. I saw you with your face. In we go. Oh. Right, so just before we go, though, I do want to show you some other things. We're going to hop into nighttime mode. There's that, there we go. And there's 2 that I want to show you, right? So the first one is up here. That's our lagoon. Let's go check that out. So here you go. This is our underwater research facility, as you can see. Loads of fish. All the lights are on. We've got our Chronosaurus swimming about. It's meant to be a Tylosaurus in retrospect, but I kind of forgot. I put in the monorail track down here. This was originally covered in rocks, but then I moved the aviary and kind of broke it all. Hello, buddy. Got the monorail track down here. This was really just an experiment in messing around with different building ideas. So the monorail track is sunk down into here. The idea being that this is kind of like an underwater walkway connecting this building, well, with this viewing tower, with this building over here. Just a way to kind of mix and match everything together. And yeah, I think it ended up pretty effective, actually. Really excited to see this kind of thing. Obviously, next update, they're going to make the water a lot clearer. We'll be able to see a lot more. I think that's going to be really cool. And obviously, we'll be able to decorate our lagoons as well. So, again, a very exciting prospect. But yeah, I think that's pretty sweet. So that's that one. The first one, there's a volcano lit up at night. I actually think the whole park looks better at night. I actually wish I'd done the whole tour at night. Now that I think about it, I did actually spend time on each habitat making sure it was lit up using the lights, as you can see. So this would be our coastal one with the Rex there. They are looking worse for wear, aren't you, girl? We zoom down here. What have we got here? This is the cave. This is the next one I want to show you anyway. Yes, there's our cave. Very cool, very sexy. Hop in here. There's some abandoned equipment left by the last people who were here, and you're walking through. And then, oh no, Dimetrodon. Ah, and you're running. Dimetrodons everywhere. There's more abandoned equipment over here in the corner. And you're running. And then there's the skeleton. Because that's like the reward you were searching for. But unfortunately, the Dimetrodon eats your face. And you never get the reward. A tale as old as time itself, I think you'll all agree. Zoom into a couple others just while it's nighttime. There's our burnt out forest. See the flames there glimmering. Very cool. Troodontids moving through it really nicely. It's got to be said that when I first tried this, people remember the dinosaurs kind of got stuck in the trees, but they're handling it really well at the moment. It's good stuff. It's because it's mainly little ones, this, and then a few big ones to kind of break it up every now and again. But yeah, I really like that one. I think that was really effective. Probably my favourite of the bunch. Got a swamp over here. Very, very bright, the swamp. Was one of the first ones where we really lent into the whole light idea, essentially. I'd like to find the Spinosaurus, if I can. You're not a Spinosaurus. Anyways, that is Biodome Park. It was a lot of fun, this whole build. It was a lot of fun, this series. We tried and learned a lot of things. We did a lot of stuff we've never done before. We did some things I think nobody's done before in terms of our building mechanics and how we used the mods and stuff like that. And some of it was a disaster. Some of it went really well, but I had a lot of fun with it. And I think the final result is really nice. I'm hopeful that this will keep working post-update, maybe when all the other mods update. Somebody suggested that the reason that the horror park isn't working is because the fence mod that I was using on it, the invisible fence mod, no longer exists, basically. And that maybe one day if that gets updated, we'll be able to retrieve horror park. Who knows? Either way, that is Biodome Park. Thank you very much for joining me. I am open to... I've got a little idea for the next one. I'd like it to be lagoon focused, maybe, because we're getting those new lagoon decorations. I'd like to maybe just do a part, kind of like we do in Planet Zoo, you know, where we focus on the new creatures for a little bit. That might be a nice idea. But I'm open to suggestions. Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you've all really enjoyed this playlist, and I'll see you tomorrow. Very exciting for the late Cretaceous pack, and inevitably like 25 billion videos on that. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.